Welcome aboard this Aquabus, one of the most unique forms of transportation in all of Teyvat. This boat will take you from Romaritime Station to the court of Fontaine. Normally, this line doesn't have many passengers, so you have your pick of the best seats. Oh, but you still have to follow all the passenger guidelines. These include not placing sharp tools flat on the chairs and not bringing overstuffed lunchboxes on board. We've had quarrels break out between passengers over things like that. Some even escalated into private brawls. Of course, Fontaine's rules state that if you want to fight, apply for a duel. So, those two passengers were promptly sent to the fortress of Melusine, where they went on to live peaceful, disciplined, and well-mannered lives. So, all's well that ends well, but please do not follow their example. Look, everyone! Approaching us up ahead is Fontaine, which lies between the port and the court. Though not particularly steep, if our course were to wind around the top of the mountain, our little boat wouldn't be stable and calm like this, but a white-knuckle water park ride. When they were building the waterways, they had to invite experts from the Fontaine Research Institute. The experts brought huge, amazing machines and bored a hole through Fontaine. It really was a massive project. When touring Fontaine at night, if you're unfortunate enough to be out during scheduled streetlight maintenance or run into an unlit alley, worry not. Because Fontaine's public security is absolutely top-notch. Just shout out, "Help! Save me!" And a nearby Gardamek will come to your assistance immediately. And even if the Gardamex haven't been maintained properly and can't hear your screams, so you end up being mugged and losing your valuables, you can file a complaint at Maison Gardiennage or send the scoop to the Steambird. Before you know it, you'll get a huge settlement. One way or another, you definitely won't come out poorer. Of course, I don't recommend staging a fake robbery to try and earn money from this. People who do that will end up on the Fasari Passage's blacklist and won't be able to buy anything. Centuries ago, Palais Mermonia hired half the workers in the court of Fontaine to build the opera Epiclese. So many building materials were sent in. They were piled into a small hill on the shore. The income from these orders alone made many workshop owners obscenely rich. They had so much more, they felt safe investing in all kinds of other businesses. And even the workers building the opera house got such fat paychecks after the beginning of the project that they could work without any worry or hurry. So they took their time to make the place even more beautiful. So the construction of Opera Epiclese gave a huge boost to Fontaine's economy. after a long journey, the Aquabus has finally arrived at the grand and prosperous court of Fontaine. Please don't forget your personal belongings and disembark slowly. No need to rush. If you're tired after a long journey and eager to fill that rumbling tummy, I recommend giving Hotel de Boer a try. Though the food there is crazy expensive and not exactly suitable for Melusines, tourists have always given it great reviews, and sometimes there are even special performances. For tourists from abroad, it's absolutely worth a trip.
Welcome, passengers from abroad. Tour guide Elfan, at your service. The destination of this Aquabus is Areneus. The island experiences rainy weather all year round. I do not know if this is due to the frequent visits of Lady Farina and the Chief Justice. I recommend that all passengers bring a raincoat. If you haven't got one and need to buy one now, don't worry. The Navia line runs all day, so you can simply catch the next boat. Some people worry that the success of the engineers in improving Mecha will result in the replacement of humans and Melusines in Fontaine. Passengers, these fears are unfounded. Mecha have no need for food, clothing, and shelter, nor do they seek happiness and entertainment, and will not spend a single mora in pursuit of these. In these aspects, we possess advantages that machines cannot hope to surpass. We've arrived right on schedule at Marcotte Station, Areneus. Please take note that cleanliness expectations are high in this area. Littering is heavily penalized and in some cases may even carry a prison sentence. So, I caution you against eating anything while enjoying the scenery.
Hi! Hello, passengers! I'm this boat's tour guide, Aval. Aquabus Tour Guide of the Year! Also, 10-time winner of Marisho Safe's Phantom Annual Attendance Award, Melusine Village Cultural Brand Ambassador, Rising Star of the Vasari Passage Business Promotion Partner Program. I'm not telling you all this to show off. I just want to make sure you listen to my commentary. Getting a quick lowdown on Fontaine will make sure you can have fun here, eat well, and buy all the things you want. If you like my commentary, please show your appreciation by coming back to the Clementine line. In the past, I've had passengers ride the Aquabus again and again, just to hear more of my commentary. Poisson Tunnel is right ahead of us! The success of this project spurred the development of a whole new generation of clockwork technology. Having said that, the Fontaine Research Institute is rich and powerful and has access to all the energy they could ever need. By comparison, the clockwork mecha that were later made available to ordinary folks aren't nearly as powerful. To reduce the cost of clockwork mecha, the manufacturers used cheaper materials and made the mecha run on energy sources that weren't even close to the Institute standards. This means that the clockwork mecha used by the public can't do too much heavy work, but maybe it's a good thing. Otherwise, the workers might have to compete with clockwork mecha to keep their jobs. Coming to this tunnel, I can't help but think of the Fleuve Cendre in the court of Fontaine. It's really mysterious and fascinating. Before I switched jobs, there were always surprises every time I went there. The residents there have lots of personality. As soon as they heard I was working for the Maréchaussée Phantom, they would line up to talk with me. They showed a real interest in me and my work. Understanding is the basis of friendship. Maybe you'll make lots of friends with the Fleuve Cendre too. Okay, I guess we finally made it through the tunnel. If it was a clear sunny day, the glare of the sunlight might be causing you to squint right now. I heard the engineers are developing a mysterious kind of glass that can soften the light without any impact on your vision. A perfect add-on to your spectacles to help protect your eyes. As for the price, don't worry. Fontaine uses tons of glass produced with the help of Clockwork Mecha. It's light, sturdy, and cheap. Maybe you'll be able to see those new products at the Fasari Passage soon. We're now arriving at one of the great gateways of Fontaine, Romaritime Station. If any passengers just want to tour the port below, we'll see each other soon. If you're planning to leave on a ship, then I hope you'll come back to Fontaine to enjoy yourself again someday. Oh, and also, during your stay, please seize the opportunity to purchase the Steambird. It's available from any newsie around the port. Or, if you have the time, you can go to the court of Fontaine and buy even more copies. This is very important, because the Steambird is one of the Aquabus's biggest sponsors. Because this newspaper is a Fontaine national treasure. Yes, that was it.
Welcome to the Navia line. This journey will be returning to the court of Fontaine. I am Elfan, your tour guide for this trip. But I hope you won't mind if my commentary fails to do justice to the majestic views before your eyes. Anyway, the destination of this tour is the capital city of this nation, the court of Fontaine. Even the critic who once compared the city to a cage of stone and steel could not deny its aesthetic appeal. To the right of the Aquabus, suspended in midair, is Fontaine's renowned research institute. I hear the employees there do crazy overtime regardless of rank or distinction. I'm not sure if that had anything to do with the incident. Excellent. We've reached the terminal station. Please prepare to disembark. I don't mean to hurry you, but there are just so many attractions in the court of Fontaine worth visiting. I recommend that you begin sightseeing as soon as possible, so you encounter as many of these treasures as you can. As for me, I might use this opportunity for a rest. Maybe I'll go to our ways for a cup of coffee. Even tour guides need a pick-me-up now and then.
It's time to set sail! Let's go! Welcome aboard the Clementine line. I am top-rated tour guide Aval, at your service. I would like to ask our guests from abroad, did you bring any light and breathable clothing? The land of Fontaine is mostly covered by temperate waters, and there's only a minimal temperature difference between day and night. It's relatively warm all year round. The humidity is also very high, so it's easy to end up sweating even after light physical activity. Some tourists may even find it a bit hot and muggy. Oh, come to think of it, maybe I shouldn't have said the land of Fontaine, but the waters of Fontaine instead. We're about to pass through Poisson Tunnel now. The Fontaine Research Institute used huge engineering devices to complete the boring work, vastly reducing the amount of manual labor required. The success of the tunnel project was a proof of concept for the potential of core clockwork mecha, and the Institute developed a simplified version for mass release shortly afterward. So it's fair to say that the Clementine line is a monument to Fontaine's scientific progress. If you look closely, you might notice that a lot of clockwork mecha have a helical gear shape printed on them. This means it uses the kinetic core designed by Alain Guillotin. This kind of core... let me remember what the tour guidebook said. These cores can utilize the power produced by the mutual annihilation of Usia and Numa energies. Yep! What does annihilation mean? Is it like being extinguished? Speaking of our Chief Justice, Monsieur Neuvillette, dear passengers, please don't hold back your feelings of respect and adoration. Monsieur Neuvillette is the pillar of all of Fontaine. He never misses a single public trial at the Opera Epiclese, and he still has so much other work to do. And despite all of this, he's still so patient and gentle towards us Melusines. To me, it's obvious that without him, all of Fontaine would grind to a halt. I'm just a nobody. I've never even had a chance to speak to him. But maybe y'all get a chance. Arrived! Has the calm breeze and gentle swaying of the boat made you sleepy? It's understandable. The Aquabus service strives to provide a relaxing journey for all passengers. Dozing off to a Melusine commentary with the beautiful sights of Fontaine around you must surely be a recipe for a sweet dream. Maybe I can take a part-time job telling bedtime stories to kids, or I could just record the tour commentary? Lestow's workshop sells all kinds of curious clockwork mecha, maybe even custom voice recording equipment.
The Navia line Aquabus is now departing. My name is Elfan. As you can see, I am an ordinary Melusine tour guide. Melusines can see many things that most passengers cannot, so perhaps our commentary will exceed your expectations. Even if it is not entirely to your liking, I will continue to read from the prepared commentary material. Thank you for your understanding. The opera Epiclese is next on our route. The main performance stage of the opera house is quite massive and very elegant. Some artists spend a lifetime seeking a single chance to perform there. It's just like the storylines you read about in novels. Perhaps you could consider taking a leaf out of Monsieur Neuville's book by defining a long-term goal for your life. It's a great way to keep motivated. We have now arrived at Marcotte Station. If any passengers are planning to attend the Opera Epiclese, I recommend that you eat before attending. This is because all food and drinks are banned within the Opera House premises. Even if you did manage to smuggle in some snacks, eating would be the furthest thing from your mind during the climactic moments of the trial. Your eyes will be glued to the stage.
The ferry has set sail! Tour Guide Avo, at your service! I'll start by telling you a bit about our destination, Romaritime Harbor. If you've been to the port before, you'll definitely have seen the huge lift. I've heard it's no small feat to make one of that scale. Not only that, but it's also designed to work using multiple energy sources. If you know any super rich merchants, that want to build really tall buildings, you can invite them to Fontaine to hire the designers of that lift. Or at least the people they taught their craft to. Passengers, just to the outside of the track, there's a towering building. That's blocking your view. Behind it, you'll find the pride of the people of Fontaine, the Opera Epiclese. The Opera House is the highest court where Fontaine holds its trials, so it's no exaggeration to say that it's one of the most important buildings in the nation. Of course, normal artistic performances are staged there too, but those can sometimes be a bit too avant-garde and confusing. Try trials are much more interesting because Monsieur Neuvillette will always be present. I really want to ditch work right now and go watch a trial. No, Bad Aval. You're a model tour guide. How can you think about doing something so irresponsible? Poisson Tunnel gets its name from the nearby town of Poisson. Poisson has a rich cultural heritage. The success of the Aquabus project was largely due to the support of the local House of Caspar. When news of the project first broke, lots of people along the planned line were very worried. But once the House of Caspar said they were participating in the construction, the doubts gradually disappeared. This must be because the House of Caspar is really fair and reliable in how they do things, so everyone really trusts them. Now that we're out of the tunnel, Romaritime Station and the Grand Lift should be visible not too far away. Speaking of the Grand Lift, an engineer riding on the Aquabus once mentioned a mysterious kind of archaeum, which can be used to lift up even bigger and heavier things. That engineer even wanted to use that technology to lift up cargo ships from below Romaritime Station as a way of increasing transportation efficiency. That probably wasn't even a joke. After all, in a place like Fontaine, anything is possible. Okay, attention passengers. This tour has reached its final stop, Romaritime Station. Seeing everyone safely reach our destination without injury or incident makes me really happy. After leaving the Aquabus, please be careful. There are all kinds of people in the harbor, and you don't want to get yourself kidnapped by some shady character. It's been known to happen. For example, this one time finally, even if you are really good with the wind glider, please do not just jump straight down. Using the lift is much safer.
The Aquabus will be departing now. Passengers, please take your seats. If you have any large items of luggage, these can be placed on top of vacant seats. Don't worry about taking up space. This boat has never been filled to capacity yet. Once, the barge for Opera Epiclese employees broke down, and many of them took the Aquabus home from work. That was the most passengers we've ever had, and even then there were still plenty of empty seats left over. Looking left from your current position, you have possibly the very best view of the Opera Epiclese in all of Fontaine. Such beauty and magnificence. Monsieur Navia truly chose to spend our mora wisely. Here we are, back in the stately court of Fontaine. Please bring your personal belongings with you when exiting the craft. For any passengers in the mood for a shopping spree, Burton's House of Curiosities and Damovil's Purveyor are both excellent options, with a wide variety of Fontaine's specialty goods available. But if you're low on mora like me, you might find shops looking for helpers at the Vasari Passage. Some pay by the day, and their wages are very fair, so you'll have a steady income in no time.